Dear Minister Sharp and Minister Jackson, I write on behalf of the Bumbalong Valley community, of which my family and I are members. We are a small and friendly community living and farming quietly on both sides of the Murrumbidgee River, around 35 minutes drive south of Canberra, in New South Wales. Our community lies within the boundary of the Snowy Monaro Regional Council. I write to you both to bring to your attention the significant and ongoing pollution of the Murrumbidgee River caused by the Snowy Monaro Regional Council, and to seek your urgent intervention to protect the local platypus population and other aquatic life. Minister Jackson, I also write to you in your role as the Minister for Mental Health as the cause of the pollution. A destroyed and eroding road is placing residents who suffered terribly in the 2020 Black Summer bushfires at further risk in the event of another fire. After years of watching the situation worsen, it is clear that the environmental vandal, the Snowy Monaro Regional Council, has no intention of repairing the damage they have caused, or indeed even mitigating its worsening impacts. I therefore implore you to take action to A. Protect our precious river and our platypus population. B. Support the health of our community members by rebuilding the road. And C. Hold this outrageous council to account for their negligence and aberration of their responsibilities. The situation. Approximately 3.5 years ago, whilst grading the Bumbalong Road, a channel was created by the grader on a slopped section of the road that caused water to rush on to a lower portion of the road. That portion of the road being used by families to access their properties or homes and to provide an escape route in the event of a fire emergency. For decades, it has also been used by firefighting units to safely access the river to recharge their tanks. The council's grading error quickly initiated erosion that has now grown into a gully some 500 meters in length along the residual length of the road, and in places is meters wide and deep. Please see the pictures at the end of this letter to see the scale of the damage. The carving of this enormous gully has shifted hundreds or thousands of tons of material into the Murrumbidgee River or onto its riparian zone, from where flooding shifts it into the river proper. This stretch of the Murrumbidgee River has a population of platypus which have been impacted. As a result of the road's destruction and the dumping of material into the riparian zone and river, members of our community have been forced to access their properties by detouring along several private roads and a range of tracks. Some have been forced to drive around 1 hour extra to get home using very dangerous tracks. In the event of another bushfire, their safe egress route no longer exists, and they would either need to bush bash or take the much longer route out, all under fire conditions. This is simply unacceptable. One resident used the former road to access clean drinking water for her home. When the grading error occurred, it was reported to the council within days. Only weeks later, and after the erosion had already commenced, did the council return to observe the damage they had instigated. This despite our calling the council on a near-daily basis. The council then corrected the grading mistake and remediated the first several meters of the gully that had formed. However, despite agreeing they had caused the problem, the council refused to repair the damage beyond the first several meters, claiming the remainder of the road was not their responsibility to repair. They did so despite the obvious risk of continued erosion. No further remediation has occurred, and the unrepaired erosion has now grown into the enormous gully that exists today. Community members have spent years requesting the council return and address the ever-worsening problem. This has been to no avail. I understand that causing sediment and debris to enter a waterway from roadwork is an offense. I also understand that causing damage to real property, in this case to a Crown Reserve and a public road, is also an offense. Despite this, our council took no action to avoid the current situation despite that being easily and cheaply achieved when the damage originally occurred. Please take action to address the situation and to stop the pollution of the Murrumbidgee River, protect our platypus, and return the road access to the homes and lands for our community members. It is time that this travesty is addressed. Please contact me to discuss. Yours sincerely, a concerned resident.